Ah, now he decides to get serious about winning, huh? Oh, he defended that pawn. He really didn't want to give that pawn up. He could easily win by just giving up that pawn. Anyway, I don't think he's a real 1642. I think that was somebody who's working to establish his rating. Not sandbagging exactly, but just getting used to playing online. But he seemed to know a thing or two. Okay. Oh, we get to see my anti-London system in action here. I do the this knight out, and then I fianchetto this bishop. And so far I've had good luck with this against the London system. I don't need to take that just yet. Actually, I do, because I have to move the d pawn. Okay, my idea is to put a knight here. Oh, you're just going to make things difficult for me, aren't you? So I can't do that because he would take this pawn and then take the knight. And if I push a pawn up to defend this pawn, so I could put the knight there, then he doesn't take this pawn, but he just takes the knight directly and wins a pawn. So I could put a rook here. Put a rook here, then push this pawn, then put a knight here. Kind of roundabout, but I guess that works. Let's go rank 1, Cauliflower Prince. I guess the other option I have is playing the c-pawn forward. 2 steps. And then putting the rook on the c-file, or in some order. So pawn up and knight here. Still possible. No, he will win that pawn, won't he? Okay, maybe I should go with the c-file plan then. Because he put the knight here, so he'll have a queen and a knight hitting this square. And my bishop will be blocked. And will only be defended by a rook. But with the knight out of the way, it is possible. Let's see where he puts that knight. Okay, if I can get it here, I'm threatening immediately this fork. And I can also bring this other knight up. So he takes it. And he attacks it. But if it takes him a move to attack it, I get a move to defend it. And I can also push the c-pawn and bring my rook over here. So that's all good. Okay, 2 knights and a queen on that. Let's open up this diagonal so the bishop is defending it. He goes there with the queen. Gets away from the rook. Let's take. And maybe I'm not sure where I should put the queen. I kind of want it off of this file where his rook is. Maybe I just push this pawn. Queen takes d4 trap. Oh, I didn't see I could take it. No, the answer is it was not a trap. It was just me being blind. Okay, so we got this well enough defended for the moment, but knight takes e4 is dangerous. Yeah, maybe. Because he can take here with check. And it is defended, so I have to move the queen, then he takes here. But I don't think it wins anything. So let's switch to this side. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. I still want to just push this pawn. It also opens up the bishop onto this diagonal, which looks good. Maybe his doubled pawns over here will become a weakness now that the rook has moved off the rook file. The board feels small and squished to you, so you must be a Go player, huh? So he takes. Oh, and he defended that one. Oh, it's very clever. I have a skewer here, but I've got to get rid of this pawn first. Oh, and the knight's defending too. So the skewer, I guess, is not a real thing. So he got some central pawns. Mainly Go and a little shogi. I play a little shogi too, so that's cool. Okay, how about we drop back here? Now I could put a knight here, or take the pawn and then bring the bishop back here. Okay, he wants to win this pawn, or he wants to fork my rooks. He's abandoned his control of these light squares here, so I could put a knight in here. But I think just taking this one is a good start. Knight here, I take it. Knight here or here is possible. No, knight here, I take it. Knight here, I take it. Knight here is possible. If the queen takes the pawn, then I get the skewer here with my bishop. So he takes there. Oh, and he just brought that back. Let's bring this knight in. It's a very funny game. His king is hunched over here in the corner. So I think, do I just get rid of that? But if I get rid of it, then and I can't get rid of this one, which I really want to. Well, you can't have everything. So yeah, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I go here with my bishop, he will do what? Take it with the knight. I want to chase this rook, trying to undefend this, but I can't put my bishop in here. I could do this, I guess. Now that I don't have that pesky knight threatening forks over here. Now rook here, queen takes is possible, huh? So rook here. Time is on my side. And yeah, there's the blunder, right? You needed to keep that defended. What should I block with? Yeah, he just lost his ability to... I do too. Lost his ability to see which squares are safe and which ones aren't. Like one of my games ended in moving a piece to a safe square that wasn't safe. Anyway, glad to get a win in. Let's get a new one. He could take the pawn at e5 with his knight, yeah, but it still seems like it was a good position for me. Okay, let's do e4, e5. A 2 knights defense. Now he plays a 2 knights Italian game, which is supposedly not good. You go here, he takes... Oh no, you just take here. He takes and then you go here. Do I want the queen over here or just back home? So I won the bishop pair for what it's worth. And there's no more attack. That's a good thing. I just want a castle. He just wanted to castle. Okay. Now what? Light squared bishop. I want to leave this clear for my bishop to retreat if he attacks it with the knight. Maybe Pawn up and knight here. Yeah, pawn up here. And then knight here. And then if he takes, I take back with the queen. Sorry, fantasizing too much. Take back with the queen so that I have an attack here. But he put his bishop here, so that stops that idea. So can I still go knight here? Knight here. Bishop takes, or knight takes. Bishop takes. And the other piece takes. I take with the queen. I can do that. We'd end up with a bishop versus knight situation. I have a little better center. Not quite sure how the best way to evolve this is, but this is one way. I have to be careful because this is loose, so my pawn is not really capable of defending there. I have to take with the queen. So I don't have the bishop pair anymore, but I do have active pieces and a little better center. Yeah, definitely more accessible here. Let's drop back to where I'm defending the bishop. Maybe put the bishop on this square, or this square. Put the bishop on this square and put my queen over on this side somewhere. Yeah, but I can't put it here because the knight will take it. So maybe I should just push pawns. When in doubt, push a pawn. So I can go pawn up, pawn up, pawn up. That'll force the knight away from that square. So he is there. This also stops the idea of pushing that pawn, which was becoming dangerous now that he lined up like this. He maybe could have even played that before I played here. Oh, so he's going to go there. Okay, so I go here first, I guess, and then take. He's not really thinking of giving up the exchange, is he? No. You don't give up the exchange in a case like this. Discovered check and attack on the queen. Queen blocks, I can take with this pawn. Ah, so he did run. He ran. So I can push this pawn. He has to take with a pawn if he wants to take it because... Or he can move the queen forward, but then I can take. But if the queen takes it, I could take the rook. So I think I can just push this pawn. If a pawn takes, then see, my queen comes over here with check. I think that should be good for me. Yeah. Hard to believe he could defend that, but I guess he could put his queen here. So I can take this pawn because I've got the bishop on it. Let's not forget to take the queen back. So now I want to push this pawn forward. Okay, I have to defend myself first. He missed mate in one. Oh no. Where was that? Queen takes g7. Oh, when I took there. Ah, he could have taken here. Good show. Yeah, queen takes g7. Well, I missed it too. So I guess we're all even. Okay, let's get rid of one of these rooks. Okay, then let me push this pawn. Try to create some weaknesses on the like squares that I can attack with my bishop. Okay, the bishop is defending here. And let's see. The knight's also defending there. I mean, the rook is also defending there. So I don't have to keep the bishop on this diagonal. I could go here. So I should probably walk my king out. Yeah. Get the king out. Maybe rook here to attack this pawn. Okay, goes there. Just blockade those guys. Now let's get this rook into the game here. Let's see where you go, Sir Knight. Where go you, Sir Knight? If I get the chance to trade that knight for bishop, I probably will, because I think it's a winning rook and pawn endgame. Good pawns on both sides of the board. 2 extra pawns over here, so I can march them down. And he has 1 extra pawn over here, and I think I can stop it. Okay, let's kick that knight. Okay, he's hitting this pawn. He has a check here and a check here. An attack on the rook here, forking the rook and bishop. But I don't mind. I don't mind. So I think, let's see, he'll push here. I can always go here. Let's just push these pawns. Yeah, it's a little tricky here. So we did go for the fork. Okay, so let's see if we can set up some kind of mating net here. Ah, he's going to go there with the rook. I see. I'm going to go check and then take his rook, or trade. After the rook trade, I will go check and then walk my king over this way. He can never leave these pawns, so I'll be able to mop up his pawns and I'll be inside the square, I think. So he declines my kind offer. Let's see where he goes with this king here. Now, if I go here, he'll go, he can't check me. He did want to go there. Interesting. Maybe this will be a draw. Okay. Where are you going? Where are you going? Got my rook on a play. Oh, but he's not taking advantage of it. Okay, thank you. Threatening mate. Threatening the rook and threatening mate. That's a nice way to get an advantage. Okay, what have we got here? Could go here. Maybe we'll get some kind of stalemate. There's two threats. I can checkmate him with either the pawn or the rook. He can come up here to pin the pawn, but then the rook will checkmate. Okay, so if I just push, that's check, he takes, I take, and then it's stalemate. shoot. I did that wrong. I did that wrong. I knew there were stalemate tricks there. Because of two pawns together going down to the king. So when he went here, I should just take it, of course. I should just take it. And this is not a stalemate. He's got two squares. We get back into stalemate territory here again. Anyway. What a terrible ending to the game. Let's get somebody new. Pieces Man. Can we do a couple games? Not today. Maybe next time. I'm just having a bad run here, and I don't want to inflict that on my viewers. We got a Ruy Lopez. Oh, he takes. Okay, now I've got to think. Pawn up, and then you pin it. Oh, I would have had to take this first, huh? Well, if he takes, I can take here. So it's just a trade. But then he can put his queen here. I still get my rook to this file pretty quickly. Opening the e file is dangerous. I think they take with the pawn here. That's the aggressive line. He's not going for it. You smell tactics. Yeah, there should be some tactics. There's also this square. But what I'm looking for is the skewer on the E file. Okay, so when I go here, this check, queen can take. And if the knight goes somewhere safe, then at least I can take the bishop with check. Oh, so he does the bishop thing. Still, that rook is pinned. Is he going to mate me? Is this a trick? No, the knight can't move. The queen can go here or here. I think it's a draw. Yeah. If he wants a draw, because the knight is pinned. Should have gone for bishop takes f7. Yeah, those are always more fun anyway. Yeah, let's go turn turn the computer on. Okay, that was right. Yeah, d4. There. There. Okay, I take. He takes. I take. He takes. Queen up. Queen up was the move. Because it hits the rook, the knight, the bishop. And I'm just winning. So going for that skewer was my mistake. I knew the way he played was not good, but... and now look at this. This is the computer recommended move, that bishop there. And I should run away from it. And I'm still winning here. But now it's complicated. His queen comes out. My queen comes out. It's complicated. I wonder, so when did I see bishop takes f7? Yeah, that's good too. Although I don't know if I would have followed. You wouldn't play it there? Then it would have to be here, I guess. Yeah, it's kind of the same idea. But it's more powerful just with... just moving the queen up here is more powerful than doing this with check. All this looks good too. Okie doke. Let's go back. Let's get another game. Blackhead. Okay, maybe we get a, not a Nemzo. We get a, what's that called? One of those openings. Catalan, thank you. That's, I was trying to think of that. Let's go ahead and do the check anyway. A Bogo-Catalan. Yeah. So it's like a Nimzo with G, or yeah, G3, Bishop G2. With the fianchetto there. Now if I push, he pushes, I go here. Seems to be still okay. Takes, I take. Should take that knight when he castles. Double the pawns. Maybe I take it here, but now he has a move to defend it. And I want to push this pawn, but I can't actually. Cannot actually do that. I think maybe I'll play h6 and bishop to f4. He's letting me do that. Let's go ahead and do it. Then I could play here, but the knight goes here or there, so still let's come out with the bishop next. Ah, that's what I was about. So what can I take? Yeah, I was wondering why this move, and it was to provoke b6. Get off the d file where he wants the rook to be. But my queen is attacking his bishop. If I take that pawn, queen a5. Instead of pushing the b pawn, huh? Queen a5 would defend, and it would attack the bishop. Yeah, good point. Well, it's not hopeless. Still a fighting chance here. If I had gone directly to h3, attacking his rook, then he could have brought the bishop back to defend. But he didn't do that. Okay, so let's take, and then ask ourselves what this means. What does this mean? I've got 2 knights versus 2 bishops. Got 3 versus 3, and he gained a pawn is what this means. Aha. And I can get the pawn back, I guess. Let's do that. Get the pawn back and get rid of his bishop pair. He could have played rook d1. Yeah, I saw that. I knew that. I was fearing that, but I was going to think about what to do when he played it. Think about no move before it's time. Maybe here. Support the knight to this square. Or over here if he pushes the pawn. And now his bishop is kind of out of play. Yeah, rook d1. Rook d1 was interesting. Okay, so what did he do? He brought his king up. There's knight c3. Okay, so if I go here with the queen, he takes, the knight takes, it's threatening the bishop and it's threatening this fork. Unfortunately, he has bishop back to here. Creating an outpost for my knight. Which will be hard to get rid of, right? Because it's he has a dark squared bishop, and I'll put my knight on the light square here. You don't like that? Are you one of these players that doesn't like Nimzovich? There was a threat. There's a threat you could go for. I couldn't figure out a way to make the threat work. I can take the rook now though. That's a threat. So he got out of the way. Now with the knight here, I need to maneuver my queen in. Yeah, I want to put my queen here, and then I saw that he put his queen there already. Be more aggressive, huh? Don't see it. There's a knight check here, but just pawn defense, and then the queen check here. Don't think it works. Yeah, I guess I could put my queen there. Threaten the knight fork. And ooh, he solved the problem with one fork, but not the other. So was that the move you were thinking of? Queen G6 there. Queen A4 been any good? His queen's guarding that square. I wanted to go there. That's why I played Queen C6, was to put my queen there. That was my whole idea, and I had that idea before I noticed that his queen was guarding that square. So Queen C6 was just a wasted move. And yeah, going here was probably a good idea. Creates problems for him. Probably a good idea all along. Let's see. So we were down a pawn here, but oh no, it's even here. It was equal, right? Because I won the pawn. But he could have played rook d1 maybe and held on to the pawn. That's still good for black. Oh, I can escape this way, because I take the queen with check and then take back. That would be good for me. I would have rook and knight versus rook d1. Wasn't that d1? Oh, yeah, knight c3. Because of knight c3, rook d1 doesn't work. So I guess I was winning here. That's good to know.